welcome to my top 20 favorite anime series, and I also would recommend this anime series if you haven't watched it yet. Everyone, and welcome to my new video. As you can see in the title, this list is top 10 fire users in anime, and there's plenty of fire users in top 10 fire users in anime in YouTube right now, but I kind of disagree with those kind of lists because none of them has my favorite characters. So with that being said, it's inspired me to create my own top 10, and please note that this top 10 will be based on my opinion, and if you don't agree, please leave your own top 10 or your own favorite fire users in the comment section below. And please also note that all the photos I use in this video is found on Google. And with that being said, let's get started with this top 10. It's a show that is titled Chivalry of the Failed Knight, and I actually really love this show because the main character, aside from a stereotypical main character from a harem show, is actually did focus his attention on one girl, and it's kind of reminds me of a typical shonen show, and Stella Vermilion is totally worth his hard work for. So you know what, I like Stella Vermilion. He's the typical tsundere, but that's tsundere that is very tolerable, let's just say that. So, and there's only a few tsunderes out there that I can actually tolerate. So with number 10, ladies and gentlemen, number 10 is Stella Vermilion from Chivalry of the Failed Knight. Was like a sword. It's similar to Stella Vermilion, but I think I prefer her better because he does really, compared to Stella is more like a goal for the main character, but for Ayano, more like the main character is a goal for him to achieve and to support him through and through. So I think I prefer her more than Stella Vermilion. So with that being said, my number 9 is Ayano Kanagi from Kaze no Stigma. The series called Kaze no Stigma. Let's proceed then to number 8, and I'm so excited for number 8. Number 8 is gonna be really awesome. It's really nostalgic for me. It will be Shana from Shakugan no Shana, and it's a very OG kind of anime, very relatively old, but kind of like in the 2000s kind of anime. I think, in mid-2000s. So I really loved it, and I have to mention Shana is kind of an adorable tsundere in my opinion. You do know I really do love tsunderes as long as they're very tolerable and like a certain explosion mage in the Familiar of Zero. So Shana for me is number 8 in my top 10 fire user. With that being said, let's proceed on to number 7. Let's go for number 7. I really never realized that this guy from Hunter x Hunter, Phaeton, was a fire user until I look him up. But not Hunter x Hunter is one of those shows that even the main antagonist, which is the Chimera Ants and Phantom Troop, you love all of them because of the fact that the writer really takes time to draw them out. Not to mention, I really do love them. So you know what? This is like a surprise that I'm welcome to have, and I will put Phaeton 7. Heck, I would even put Phaeton against the number 6. I would put him against number 6, which is coming up sooner. So number 7 is Phaeton from Hunter x Hunter. 6 is Muhammad Abdul from the series JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusader. And let me tell you guys something. I actually have recently gotten into watching all of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure from part 1 to part 5. In fact, I recently caught up to all of Golden Wind. And dude, Muhammad Abdul is by far one of the best characters in JoJo's Part 3, which is strange because I really do love majority of the characters in Part 3. Polnareff, Kakyoin, and most especially Joseph. Even Joseph at that age, he still retains his Chad, or his awesome personality from Part 2.
And welcome everybody to the first video of 2022. In this video, we will be counting our top 10 anime dragons. This top 10 will be based on my opinion. If you don't agree, please leave your own top 10 in the comment section below. Without further ado, we shall start with number 10. Number 10, Acne Lugia. You already know that I freaking love Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail is probably one of my gateway to anime, aside from Pokemon, so I gotta put a Fairy Tail character in each of the top 10. So, without further ado, number 10 will be Acne Lugia, though it won't be any higher because out of all the dragons in this list, Acne Lugia is probably my least favorite of the bunch. But I still have to put it because the moment he was introduced via Geldar, the most powerful mage of Fairy Tail, and not even a match for him. Like, half of his body was ripped apart by Acne Lugia, and then his actual introduction into the story, Tenro Island, that was still the most scary part of Fairy Tail for me. I love that scene. Like, that scene sent like goosebumps all over me. So number 10 will be Acne Lugia from Fairy Tail. Number 9, Taru from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I mean, she's a dragon. She's a maid. I mean, best things out of two worlds, right? I mean, I love Dragon Maid. I mean, wholesome. What a very wholesome and quite the refreshing series. Like, one of the series that I actually binge watch. Like, for me, Dragon Maid for me is one of those series that you won't wait weekly. You'll wait for the entire season to come out before you watch it for its entirety. Like, that's for me Dragon Maid. I think one of my favorite season this year is probably the season where Dragon Maid, I can't remember when it came out. I think it came out spring or summer. I love that it has second season, and everything about Dragon Maid is probably one of my favorite. So for me, Toru is top tier waifu because of the dragon and the maid. Definitely best girl on that series. Without further ado, let's go on to number 8. Number 8, the Ara Queen of Geek Crimson and big sister to our tsundere dragon Veldora-chan, according to her, Valzard. Oh my god. Where do I even begin? I love TenSura to begin with. It's one of my all-time favorite as this recent seasons. Like, you probably noticed that from the unboxing that I did last time that I told you that Luffy and Rimuru is my favorite, simply because I actually love Rimuru, I love TenSura, I love One Piece, and I need to have a TenSura representation. Even if I can't spoil anything that happens in the audiobooks and light novels, I should at least put Velzard in because I freaking love Velzard, Ara, and she's gonna be one of the toughest enemies for the future. A little bit of spoilers, she's gonna be an enemy of Rimuru in the future, and she's gonna be one of the toughest one yet. Even tougher than the other sister of Veldora. So, yes. I love Velzord. Velzord, the caring but sadistic sister of Veldora. Yo. Ara Queen. Chef's kiss right there. Ice Dragon too. So, without further ado, let's proceed into number 7. Number 7 is the Blue Eyes White Dragon, aka Kisara. Dude, every time Kaiba summons this dragon, gets real. The shit gets real. Every time Kaiba summons his Blue Eyes White Dragon, and the last part of she made the last part of Yu-Gi-Oh actually really good for me because she turns out to be a cute girl, and I love cute girls in anime cute girls. We're simping for that. So without further ado, number 7 is Kisara, aka the Blue Eyes White Dragon of Yu-Gi-Oh! And let's proceed into number 6. Number 6 is one of the newer waifus that I added my top 10 Fairytale waifus list. It's Celine from Fairytale 100-Year Quest. Oh my goodness, where do I even begin with this? I love the fact that she's the main villain. She's building up to be one of the main villain for the arc. Like, I love this girl. I love this character in general. Her design, her characteristic, everything about this girl is just something about her is just turning me the heck on. Like, dude, this girl is one of the sexiest villain Fairytale right now. Like, dude, I love you. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. And as you can tell from the title of this video, it's going to be top 10 ecchi anime. Not waifus, but that's very close. But this time I'm going to be counting my favorite ecchi anime. Of course, I'm a man of culture. We all are man of culture. We in the anime community, majority of us enjoy a good ecchi harem anime. That's my guilty pleasure, man. Like, I can't count the number of times I've rewatched High School DxD, High School of the Dead, and more, and so much more ecchi, man. Like, I need to count them down in the top 10 manner so that I can suggest to you guys some of my favorite ecchi anime series. And if you guys don't agree, please leave me your own top 10 or your own favorite ecchi anime series in the comment section below. And please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I hope you enjoy my list. Yes, officer, please believe me, I did not flopper bait when making this video, or in the makings of this video, or before or after the making of this video. I swear, the lotion was just there. I did not even realize that the lotion was there. Oh my god, this looks bad. Why am I explaining this again? Oh, yeah. Why am I this looks bad. Okay. Case in point, I did not fluffer bait in the making of this video. The fact that I had to explain that makes me look guilty for some reason. Oh my goodness. Infinite Stratus, of course, is very low in this list, but it's about Ichika Orimura being able to pilot an Infinite Stratus, which is supposed to be only allowed for girls. And that, with that being said, he has to study in an all girls mech school, which is kind of awesome in a way. I do love that kind of aspect, like just that kind of aspect. Me in an all-girls school studying about mech, because what kind of boy doesn't like mechs, right? I mean, come on now, mechs with girls, mechs and girls. So that being said, this is definitely one of the early iteration of Darling of the Franxx. I feel like I prefer this series over Darling of the Franxx. That's kind of controversial for me to say, but I do like this more. But with that being said, I really don't like the main protagonist, and in here, the reason why it's in here is because of the girls. I really like the girls' design. My favorite so far is the Tsundere Rin, or Ling Yao. I think it's Ling Yao.
or Ren. Let's just call her Ren because that's how the main character addresses her. So I do love her. Although I do love Charlotte too. Charlotte and that German girl. I don't remember. It's Laura. It's Laura Bodywig, right? Bodywig. So Laura. Although ironically enough, I don't really. I do ship the main character with the main girl. What's her name again? I don't remember the main girl either. So I do ship her with that, but I do prefer. I do love a lot of the girls in this Infinite Stratus except for that one. So with that being said, number 10 would be Infinite Stratus, and let's proceed into number 9. Number 9 would be Sakurai, of course. I mean, it's basically a battle showing, but instead of guys getting the power up, it's girls getting the power up, and it's harem. Like, it's very perverted and it's very harem-esque, but it's not really that perverted. It's very tame. Although it's low in this list is because, again, the main protagonist is kind of bland in my opinion, and it's kind of his main attraction is just he's too nice for his own good. Like, he's too nice. Just that's his character plot. But I think he's a lot more sensitive and a lot more smarter than Ichigo Arimura. So for now, number 9 is Sakurai. So let's go on to number 8 is the Asterisk War, of course. I think the Asterisk War. I think okay. I must have. Okay, I do. There is a similar series than Asterisk War. It's called Chivalry of the Failed Knight, but for some reason I put the Asterisk War here because I think I do prefer it more. I do prefer the Tsundere more. She's a lot cuter. So I think that's probably why I put it in the because they're similar, but one has a lot more tragic hero or main hero, but one of them is tragic. What am I saying? Yeah, both of them have tragic backstory, of course, because that's his main protagonist. But I think mainly because I do love a lot of the characters in Asterisk War, so that I preferred Asterisk War over Chivalry of the Failed Knight. Yeah, I do love a lot of her there. So for now, number 8 is the Asterisk War, and I do prefer the story a bit. It's a lot more tame than the Chivalry of the Failed Knight. I do love that. So it's a pass for me. So I do prepare it. So number 8 is the Asterisk War. Number 7 is an isekai, of course. I mean, I love isekai in general. So the value of just escapism, like I do my favorite escapism anime is by far Infinite. In other world with my smartphone, because it's just so bland that you can actually put yourself within the shoes of the main character. So I do love that. And How Not to Summon Demon Lord, I think I do love the main character a little bit more than the other 3 from 8 and 9 and 10 from those series. But the Diablos, I do relate to it to some extent because I'm a little awkward and I do tend to misunderstand a lot, which is perfect for Diablo. And I do love Diablo's like funny nature, like yeah, I not just the girls, because Shira, that boobs are just gigantic, and freaking the cat lolly Rem is really cute as well. Rem. It's also the Demon Lord. I can't pronounce his name. I do remember it though. Crab something. Crab Skullum. I can't remember
I can't pronounce her name. They're all cute female, and I do love the main characters. So for now, number 7 is How Not to Summon a Demon. Number 6 is Date Alive. Okay, I do love Date Alive. I've rewatched it countless of time. Freaking Kurumi is best girl, by the way. I do love Kurumi. I do love the other girls as well, especially Yoshino, the ice lolly. I do love Yoshino. I love most of the girls. Although Shido is not really that unique of a character by himself. Kind of remind me of a more it kind of remind me of his what's that called? His motivation kind of reminds me of a typical shonen. But you know what? Just for the girls alone, I do love how the girls have a lot more in depth of a backstory. There's a lot more to them than just the design or just the fan service aspect. So just for now, it's enough to land it at number 6 on my list. So number 6 is Date Alive. The reason why it's also very high up on my list is because the girls in Date Alive is just very, very memorable to me. I don't know why. Welcome to my new top 10. Oh my god, I am uploading in the same week I uploaded the top 10 overpowered anime protagonists, and I'm so glad for that. Okay, this is top 10 that is upcoming anime for fall of 2019. Time goes by so fast, you guys. Like I can still remember when I was recording for the video for the winter 2019. You know, we're approaching the end of the year. Fall 2019, last season of anime for 2019. And I'm kind of excited because there's a lot of hype series from what I can read up from my anime list description. So without further ado, let's go ahead on some anime to watch this fall 2019. And from what you can see right on my screen right now is Assassin's Bride. I actually read the plot synopsis and I immediately think of Akame ga Kill. I'm gonna read you the synopsis for this series. It's in the world where only aristocrats have the power to fight the Monster Mana. A youth named Kufa is dispatched as a tutor, and Marida's talent, a nuisance girl born in a duke's family. If she is not talented assassinator, that is the dark side of his task. Kind of interesting. Like, it reminds me a little bit of Akame ga Kill. Yeah, and that's why I'm real interested, because Akame ga Kill is one of my favorite series, even though the anime kind of sucks when it comes to killing all the main characters. And it's gonna be based on the light novel. I haven't read any of the light novels and the fantasy. This could be interesting. I'm gonna give it a try. So let's proceed on to number 9. Okay, number 9. This one, Val X Love. The first time I read the synopsis for this one, it reminded me of High School DxD, and from what you guys can tell, I love High School DxD from my big boobs list. Oh my god. Because Ria's my number 1 and Alpin is my number 2. I love High School DxD. It reminds me so much of High School DxD. And the genre for this one is harem, comedy, supernatural, romance, ecchi, school, and shonen. It's basically High School DxD, with the exception of shonen, because High School DxD is not shonen. The plot, its source is manga. I probably check out the manga pretty soon. Maybe, yeah. The plot says, high schooler Akutsu Akuma has learned to accept his lonely lot in life and is content, surrounded by his studies. But when God Odin stops him to save the world alongside 9 Valkyries, filled by intimacy, of course, because this actually and not hentai, totally not hentai. It's totally different thing, you guys. Takuma can say goodbye to his solitary existence. Yep. It reminds me a little bit, maybe a more perverted version of High School DxD. Maybe. But it definitely have some High School DxD premise, which maybe I'll check it out. Cause you know me, I love my harem anime. I really do love DxD, man. So, I'll give it a shot, my 9. And then, let's proceed to number 8, shall we? 8, I'm not really gonna pronounce that Japanese name because I can't speak Japanese, but the English translation of the name would be, this hero is invincible but too cautious. Like, yeah, reminds me, I think this is definitely gonna be an isekai, just from the title alone. It's gonna be the isekai. You can probably see my picture, the picture over here, and it looks isekai to me. Like the main character looks similar to my boy Naofumi from Shield Hero. So let's read the plot synopsis. By the way, the genre is action, adventure, comedy, and fantasy, which is all of the genre for an isekai anime, and source is light novel. And the plot synopsis is goddess Listarte, the savior of the super hard mode world Gerbrand, I don't know how to pronounce that, summons a hero to her aid. Yep, isekai. The hero, Seiya Ryugyuin, holds the cheat rank status, but he is too ridiculously cautious. For instance, he would buy 3 sets of armor, 1 to wear, a spare, and a spare for the spare, beyond keeping an absurd amount of item stuff. He retains in his room from muscle training till he reaches the max level and fight slimes at full power, just to say on the safe side. This could be. I can see some comedy aspects to this one. I can see like an Usopp kind of hero here, but way too OP than Usopp, of course. God, Usopp. Yeah, I'll check this out just because I'm feeling that I need to check out all of the isekai that comes out per season. So let's check that one out. Let's proceed to number 7, shall we? Number 7, I'm really excited for this one. I'm so happy that it gets a second season because I think I watch the season 1 of this the beginning of 2018. It's Grand Blue Fantasy, the animation season 2. I really did enjoy season 1, although it's kind of cliche. I am a sucker for cliche, but not that much. But I really did enjoy watching this one. I'm so excited for this one too. Grand Blue Fantasy, the animation season 2. Its source is game, and genre is adventure and fantasy. The plot synopsis for season 1, just in case you guys didn't know, this is a world of the skies. Yep, basically a bunch of sky adventure or sky pirates, whatever floats your boats, where many islands drift in the sky. A boy named Gran and a talking winged lizard named Vern live in Zinkensto, and an island which yields mysteries. One day, they come across a girl named Lyria. Lyria had escaped from the Earthstate Empire, a military government that is trying to rule over this world using the powerful military prowess in order to escape from the Empire. Grant and Lyria head out into the vast skies, holding the letter Grant's father left behind, which is I will be waiting at Istalucia, Islands of the Stars. That's basically the gist of that. I actually did enjoy this a lot, and I think they're in the season 1. It's been a while since I watched this show. Many enemies are actually gathering, like it's building up for season 2. So I'm really excited for this one too. So let's proceed to number 6. Should be another isekai, of course. But when I was reading my anime list for this one, I found 3 more isekai, but only 2 out of 3 I actually found interesting. So for this one, it's high school proteges have it easy even in another world, of course. I actually watched this one, the trailer for this one, from the Crunchyroll YouTube channel. So I'm gonna read the plot synopsis. 7 high school students that got caught in an airplane accident. Airplane this time, not truck-kun, it's airplane-kun this time. Wake up in a middle age like fantasy, different world where magic and beastman or Jujin exist, but they do not panic at their current situation. They build a nuclear plant. This is anime, remember? High school student is totally capable of that. Seriously. They build a nuclear plant in a world without electricity. Totally capable of that, by the way. They control the economy of a large city in a short work strip. Totally capable of that, high school student, remember? And finally, for their benefactors' sake who are suffering from the misgovernment, they declare war on evil nobles. Yep. So none of them is a normal high school student. But we can all take away from the first paragraph that I've just read, right, from this point.